Ken, we already asked Bobby about the second play from scrimmage to junior. Can you tell me about the route you going into the play call that might work like it did? Just take me through.
Yeah, I mean, we sure planned for it to work like that. Coach Rosenbad did a great job dialing that one up. We were hoping that they were going to jump into cover two, and they did. And when I saw that, all I knew is that I needed to put it there and let them go make a play on it. And Junior did the rest.
That was exciting. Who asked that question? That was exciting. Yeah. You asked it, didn't you?
Bobby, just
It seems like 3 days ago. Man, I had 1,000 deaths between that play and right now. That was exciting. And it was loud. Way loud. Anyway.
seeing just a former MSU signee make some of the biggest plays for you in this game, how can you just describe kind of that dynamic?
Well, we don't really think of it that way, but I guess now that you asked the question, we're glad he figured it out. Liked having him on our side.
Coach, I don't know how much this season Justin has really kind of traveled with the wide receiver. Maybe just talk about, I mean, Lance McCutcheon came in leading the Big Sky Conference in yards and kind of had him matched up with him pretty much the entire game. Maybe just speak to his performance today.
Yeah, we, it's just kind of game planning. Week in, week out, we do some different things. One of those was to match him up to that side, and I thought that Justin did a really good job today. I haven't had a time to digest this, but I think they threw it to him 9 times. He had 3 catches for 30 yards, so probably if I look at the stat sheet, I'd say Justin did a pretty damn good job today. Well, we want everybody to do good things, right?
Just general thoughts on your defensive performance too, overall keeping them out of rhythm for most of the game.
Well, this is the, it's so hard to quantify what's the best ever, in anything that just gets thrown around a lot in the sports world in particular. But I'd be hard pressed to name a Montana defense that was ever as good as this one, and maybe not. It might not be close. This is a great defense. They play together. They have great understanding, and they play kind of mean. And they're good tacklers. They're good coverage guys. They get off blocks. They run the ball, and it was a really nice performance by them today.
Following up on the defense, you held them to just 204 yards today. How impressed were you with them, or by now do you just kind of simply expect it from these guys?
Well, I don't know. Every time I expect something, it doesn't happen. So we count on our defense. I mean, we're at the end of November, and we know our team and how to play the game around our strengths, and our defense is really good, and that lends itself to managing the game a bit, picking your times where you want to do certain things, and picking your times where you want to play field position a little more, because they aren't going to give up much, as was evidenced today and has been evidenced all year.
I know every win counts the same in the standings, but does this one weigh a little different for your team and the state?
Yeah, this one's the big one. I mean, this is the most important one. As I always say, at the University of Montana, we're expected to beat everybody we play. But this one's of those 11 games, this is the most important.
How do you now manage this going forward with the bye expected to have next week? I mean, to keep the momentum going forward from this game.
Well, we've got a like everything else, we have a schedule that's constructed for game next week or no game next week. So moving forward without a game, we've got a plan for that. It'll be some film study, some weightlifting, a lot of turkey on Thursday, and we'll get back to work next weekend.
I don't think I've seen those hats before. Were you guys waiting to break those out for after this one?
Yeah, they actually just showed up in our locker. What was it, Friday? Yeah, we're pretty fired up to wear them, so, as you can tell.
Justin says this is the first one you've played in. As the clock's winding down, the offensive line goes over the truck to get the trophy. What's your perspective? What are you thinking as they're carrying the trophy around the field?
Yeah, the feeling was amazing. I kind of told some of the guys I had a great feeling about the game before it even happened. We expect to win every game we play, and it just so happened, like Coach said, this is just the biggest one out of the 11, so it was great to get the win.
And Cam, same thing for you. I mean, just in the post game and singing the fight song and all that. What was it like for you as a senior?
Oh man, that was amazing. You know, I kind of touched on it in an earlier question, but you know, seeing it not go our way the last couple of years, and then you know, it's swinging our way the way it did. It's pretty surreal, and you know, it was awesome.
And Justin, being far away from home, I know you probably got to know a lot of these guys from Montana pretty well, but a couple of the guys on your defense are some of the best guys from in-state. So how much did you just talk to Jace Lewis, Patrick O'Connell, guys like that? What did you think of their performance kind of leading you guys today?
Yeah, I always call them guys the fire. Like they get us started. I play with a lot of energy, and I feel like our defense as a whole plays with a lot of energy. And it kind of comes from our coach, to be honest. We love playing for him, and that's kind of we have a period throughout the week where he's the scout team quarterback dotting us up, and that kind of brings the fire too. He's talking trash to us. That's just how we play, man.
Talking about me?
Yeah.
Talking trash?
Couple more questions.
I come in talking to the quarterbacks too.
Coach, obviously, you've got a lot of football left. And this is just, hopefully, this is just one game, but you've been in a lot of these games. What does it mean to you, or if you could talk about what it means to you, to send out your seniors with a win in this particular game?
Well, you know, we it's always bittersweet. You know, we introduce our seniors. This is the last scheduled home game, and like I said, we love our guys. I love this football team. I don't want this season to end. Obviously, at some point, it will come to an end. I hope we can extend it for a long time. But I'm very happy for our seniors. I told them in the locker room, happy for our seniors, happy for our team to get this win today.
One more?
Taves, I'm actually kind of fun today. You probably ought to let it go.
Well, you said
I got a parking lot to get to.
you said to start you thought you guys were deserving of a top 4 seed. I'm curious your reasoning why.
We're good.
Anything beyond that? Anything specific?
Doesn't have to be anything beyond that. We're good.